by Amy Page, Audrey, and Page.
The current company of Play-Doh by Hasbro, their target audience is kids from ages 3 to 6, so relatively young. This company originally started in 1923 and was a wallpaper cleaner. When a teacher had told the creator that her students had been using it as a modeling compound, he then renamed it Play-Doh and started selling it after an educational fair in 1950. The tagline, "Safe no matter what you make," appeals to the secondary consumer or target audience of parents who would buy this for their children knowing that it's safe for them.
And this is the old Play-Doh logo. It has bright, bold colors that will especially catch children's eyes. The color red is associated with energy and is an intense color. There is also white, which stands for safety, which is what Play-Doh is, safe. It also has a positive connotation. The white is outlined in black, which makes it really pop. The font is funky with no straight lines, which is more how children may write. It is also playful like the Play-Doh and will attract children. These are two. This is one ad that the Play-Doh made, and here the company is trying to persuade the audience that Play-Doh is completely safe to play with. In the ad, there is a bottle of pills, which is very dangerous, especially for kids. But with Play-Doh, everything is safe because you are building it and it isn't real, only what the kids imagine. After all, the tagline is "Safe no matter what you make," so there is no fear. This uses ethos because there are familiar images such as pill bottles and pills that people know are dangerous. This persuades the audience because, as I said, it is very dangerous. Pathos is used because there is an emotion of fear like overdose on medicine. But with Play-Doh, you can have a sense of relief. There is also specific word choice in the tagline where it says "no matter what," which means under any circumstances, which is effective for the target audience because they won't be worried.
This is the second Play-Doh ad that we analyzed. This ad shows that a simple image of the product and a little bubble with some words in it. It shows the endless possibilities of what just one cup of Play-Doh can do. Ethos is shown through showing the product in the logo to establish the credibility. Pathos is shown through attempting to guide the viewer's eyes to the bright red bubble that shows the endless possibilities. As the words fade near the bottom, it still shows that it goes on. Logos is not really shown at all in this, except for the credibility of just having their logo, but that's ethos. Also, the viewer gets excited through being able to see all the possibilities, and it also influences the parents because they wouldn't have to spend all the extra money on getting these extra toys when their kids can build it out of Play-Doh.
Introducing Hasbro Dough, creative flow with our dough. This is our new logo, and we use the colors purple, which is often associated with luxury and creativity, as well as black, which correlates to sophistication and formality. And these colors will hopefully appeal to the creative side while also showing that we are a serious company. And we use like a boxy font as well as cursive for our fonts for the logo to hopefully appeal to an older demographic rather than kids like Play-Doh did. And there's a sculpting tool on the H to give more background on what our company is and to really get the point across that we are like an art brand. And then we used ethos on the bottom by saying since 1923 because we're establishing that we are credible and have been a company for a long time.
Hasbro Dough's new target audience is student artists who want to be able to go into sculpting. As a student, you need to save money for the future and can't waste money on expensive modeling compounds that you only use once or twice, and they're way more expensive than our dough. The tagline, "Creative flow with our dough," appeals to our target audience because creativity reflects art, and the phrase "creative flow" shows endless possibilities and is kind of more calming in the stressful time of being a student.
And then this is our print ad. It says, "No mess, no stress." And once again, we use the colors of purple and black for the same reasons. And we picked this font in particular because it resembles like brush strokes or paint strokes. And that will connect to the artist, which is ethos. And then the meaning of our print ad is to show that art can be messy sometimes and it can be really stressful, especially on college students who don't need to worry about cleaning up when they're already worrying about school. But with our dough, that's not an issue. You don't have to worry about the mess you'll make or cleaning it up after. And our ad uses logos by comparing our brand to our competitors like Clay, and obviously showing that we are leader, and then also ethos connecting the font to the artist.
So we created an Instagram account rather than a website because our target audience is much more likely to be on that platform, making Hasbro not only more accessible but also appealing to them. So this is our Instagram account, and we utilized Instagram's business profile, giving us the tagline art so that we could appeal to artists, obviously, and it just kind of shows and establishes our credibility of being an art platform. We showed numerous creative posts like this one. This one's in front of an art room, and so it kind of just shows how it's appealing to an artist and the artistic side of our product. Keep going back to yeah. So we have this picture which just shows the different uses of Play-Doh, how you can recreate a photo, and we have different hashtags for exposure to help us just show what we are related to. And our caption is, "Why stop with just a photo? Recreate memories with at Hasbro Dough." And we tagged ourselves just because that gives us more exposure. And we made other creative captions like this. This one, it says, "Let's let your artistic side go wild," because it's in front of the art room here. And yeah, go next. And then since it's winter time and it's Christmas time and New Year's, college students have breaks, and Hasbro Dough is easy to take home for your break. And then we also made presents out of Play-Doh to show that it's a perfect gift for a college student, especially an art student. And then here's our advertisement, which shows a student running late and then easily grabbing their dough because it's easy to take on the go. Keep going. So that advertisement was just to show how easy it is to take Hasbro Dough places, especially when you're running late. And then we also used Instagram stories, and we made products out of Hasbro Dough to appeal to our target audience to show them what they can also make.
Do you want to go back or?
Yeah, go percent.
So we made 2 commercials, so here's the first one. Okay, so in the first commercial, we were trying to get the audience to realize how our dough is the best option on the shelf. And we did this by looking at all the options on the shelf and all the clay and like other products and only being satisfied with the dough. And we zoomed in on the price to show that it's cheaper for college students, especially because they have to make their own money, and so every college student always wants something cheaper. And this uses ethos by using a familiar store such as Walgreens, which carries like a lot of products, but the dough is still chosen. And in this commercial, we're getting the target audience to believe that it is easy to transport from class, especially at college, because students tend to run behind a lot. And so with the music, with is with pathos, and it started with like playful music, like having a good time using the dough, and then the bell rings, and usually you'd be stressed out, like sprinting across the campus, but you can just put it in your bag and go. And it is also reusable because you could see that the student just easily put it in the container and put it in their bag.
In conclusion, this is our comparison between Play-Doh and Hasbro dough, and why Hasbro dough is an excellent choice for any college student that wants to go into art. Thank you.